So, you want to learn how to use VSeeFace and take a real deep dive inside the program? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how. But not that deep, because that's kind of creepy and weird. So, here we go. Let's do it. If you're interested in using VSeeFace to power your avatar, go to this website, VSeeFace.icu. The link will be in the video description. From there, select Download. Now click the big Download button, and it will download. It'll be in a zip file which you'll need to extract, and once it's extracted, run VSeeFace. Upon first running VSeeFace, the first thing you'll see is a basic tutorial telling you how to set the program up in certain ways inside OBS and slobs, among other things. We're not going to follow everything this program is doing in terms of that. So some of this is, useful. You should know it, but it's not absolutely necessary. But it's good to still look through it. This is important. This is very important. The camera movement functions. You can hold Alt or Control while working with the mouse to move the camera different ways. Zoom in, shift up, turn. You're going to want to know this to set up the angles exactly the way you want them. At this tutorial screen, they're talking about the expression detection system, which you're going to want to know a little bit more about, but we'll get to that. And next and final, the character selection / camera microphone setup screen. Now here you have three basic things on screen. You have an Add Avatar button where you can press it, select your VRM file to load into the program, and on the right side you have your camera and microphone options. Set your camera here and your microphone here. So let's do that. First, we're going to add our avatar. Now you can't see this selection screen, but I'll click it and it'll add. There we go. There's my avatar, the current one I'm on right now. Now I'm going to select camera. I use a Logitech Brio, so I'm going to select that. And with the camera settings, I'm going to want to select the highest frame rate at the highest resolution, which for me is the MJPEG 1920 by 1080, 30 frames a second. Next, select camera frame rate, the highest you can, and tracking quality. Now, depending on your computer, setting the highest quality like I do may be a little laggy. If you find that seems to be the case for your computer, then you can lower some of these settings. You can lower the camera quality settings, you can lower the frame rate, you can lower the tracking quality. Whatever you have to do to get a good, smooth detection that doesn't really, cause the character to glitch out and doesn't also cause your CPU to spike. Play with it, figure out what your system can handle, and go with that. In my system, I can handle the top settings. So we're going to go with that. And finally, last but not least, set the microphone. Then click Start. Now, one of the first things you'll find when you first load up the program and you get your avatar loaded is it works. It works okay. It's actually not too bad at all. However, the movement is kind of wonky. You can see my chair turns an awful amount. So we can fix that. A few things we're going to want to do. We're going to want to click Settings up top, right here. Click General Settings. And this is where you're going to do a lot of different customization. This is where you can change the focal length. So I can do like what I did in the intro. Or what I typically do here is I set it... maybe till about right there. Now, you can have the system monitor your blinking. So you blink, but I found that if you wear glasses or the lighting isn't perfect, that doesn't always work well. So what I tend to do is put on auto blink. it takes blinking out of the equation. It blinks at a pretty predictable rate, and you don't have to worry about it. Now you can see eye tracking movement is decent as it is. You can also change the look down threshold, which it'll control how much, not how much you look down, but the detection range on if you look up or down. You're going to have to play with this. Different characters need a different setting. The gaze strength. If I look left, my eyes are not moving. If I change it up, you can see it looks fucking weird because my eyes are super sensitive now. So I don't usually set the gaze strength to too high. Maybe right there. Okay. Gaze sensitivity, that's a whole nother part of it. So my eyes barely respond when I look left or right. So set it to about there. Now here's the up and down. No, actually, wait. There we go. The up and down setting right there. We have the left and right gaze. Usually you want to center that somewhat. And we have the eyebrows, which my eyebrows barely move. So whatever on that, but I can set the offset. Set them to about right there. Lip sync smoothing. Now this is one that you are going to have to play with. You're just going to have to play with that one. Lip sync audio overdrive gain. I usually bring this up a bit. Mouth sensitivity. If I put it too low, then me opening my mouth does absolutely nothing. Only speaking controls the mouth at that point. But watch what happens when I raise the mouth sensitivity. See, I don't have to talk. It'll actually, in some way, respond to the mouth moving. I can change. Okay, it's not too bad. But you see, with lip sync smoothing happening, or rather up, it barely moves. So you don't want that too high. You want to really get it as nice as you can. All right, mouth smoothing, mouth smoothing, mouth smoothing, mouth smoothing. Hello. Hello. It's good enough for now. Mouth size reduction. I'll usually reduce the mouth just a little bit from the default model. Okay. Arm angle. You can see we can do that like I'm a bird. But I'll usually keep them down in a resting position. The body stiffness. I think I usually had this up some. All right, neck stiffness. Neck's not too bad. If I bring it down. It's not too bad. All right, so those are some basic settings. So, you know, I have a little more life in me and it responds fairly okay. Now, a few things you're going to want to check here. I don't really mess with synthetic gaze. I leave most of these on. Lip sync tracking, always use lip sync animation. Face tracking, leave that checked. Expression detection, we're going to modify that. Anti-aliasing, I usually leave these things alone. Okay, we usually come back to that. Animate jawbone seems to work okay. Doesn't seem to have any negative effects for me. I almost always check this. Keep hips mostly fixed. Because my character, as you can see, I have a chair behind me. I'm in a seated position. So the pivot point becomes the chair now. So the chair doesn't have to like shift with the body. Okay, that's much better. Increase process priority. I usually use that. And we should be good on some of the basics. Now, enable virtual camera for this session. I always check it. It's going to give you an option to install the virtual camera. And what that allows you to do is in OBS, it allows you to set it as a webcam source. So here's what that looks like over here. Beautiful. Now, what I'll usually do is I'll usually create a green background. Actually, I may not have to. Hold on. There we go. So I loaded a green screen background there, just a standard green screen color. Just load it in as the background, and this is what my webcam will see. So now, one of the other things I want to check after I enabled the webcam is there's an option to keep virtual webcam enabled. So whenever I open the program, the webcam mode or virtual webcam is running. OBS accepts it right out of the door. Now what I want to set next is the smoothing. If you lower the smoothing, you'll get a faster response time. But you'll see my head is jittery. So typically you want to bring it up to your head's no longer jittery. Next we have movement range. Now movement range, if I lower movement range, the only thing that'll happen is my head will move and my body will do a little twist. If I bring movement range all the way up, then barely moving does that. And I can go, what's happening, guys? So you can have some fun with it, but it looks stupid. So what I typically do is I lean to the side. And right about where I think my body is in terms of a lean, that's where I set movement range. All right, guys, hopefully you like this video. This video is just describing just the basic setup for VSeeFace. I'm going to make 2 more videos. One video will be involving setting up the expression system so that you can have multiple expressions where you can smile, laugh, cry, get angry. All those basic expressions are going to be explained in the next video. And then after that, I'm going to make a video on how to set up the Leap motion controller so you can have hand movement. So anyway, guys, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and stay tuned for those 2 videos. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.